it was in primary school, and it was one of the active schools like clubs. So we just go down, I think it was a Thursday afternoon, and one of the minis coaches would take us, and then it went from there. I just kind of went with my brother, my younger brother, and he did it first, so I was like new to it, and then just went along and played, and it seemed to like catch on, and like we'd have I think there was like a minis tournament the primary school was involved in, and that's what kind of like really like got me into it, because it was just the competitive side of it. So from primary school right to S1, I was keen to continue it. So through the schools, Eric was there all the time, so we just went through classes. So we started with like a 6-week programme in S1, and then you got to pick it in your subjects. So that's where I picked it, and it just carried on throughout school.
Yeah, so my role is to look at the schools that we work in. We've got 4 high schools and they're 21 feeder primary schools. So our job is to give some exposure to the schools and give them to rugby. And then as they come into high school, we look to put them into a more sort of comprehensive programme as they go through. It kind of starts off at a participation level, and then we build in things like strength conditioning, video analysis and things like that. Yeah, so at the high school level, introducing, it's kind of different for boys and girls as well. So introducing girls to the gym, it's maybe not something that they're used to or comfortable. So the girls that have progressed through the things like the Developing Player programme within schools become more comfortable in a gym environment. Boys are maybe a bit more accustomed to that, and they can then sort of chart their progress and see where they come in at, get the correct technique, and then prepares them physically for playing the physical demands of rugby.
I think Eric was the first one to get me into the gym, to progress even further. To progress your rugby, you got skills, but you also need your strength. So that's what kind of pushed me to another level, was getting stronger and just going further. I think it's been an escape from the world and school, but I think it made me more schedule my studying. Whereas if you've got rugby on an evening, you got to do your homework before you go to rugby, or you got to make sure you do your homework so you can get to rugby. I think the first tournament was a real big special memory for me, and also my first game. We played it down in Leith, so it was was put on at number 8. I didn't know what I was doing really. It was amazing. You just went and you played, and it was okay if you made mistakes. You were there to make mistakes, and it was really good. The schools, I think Scottish Schools Shield finals, we made it twice, and it was we won the first time, we didn't win quite the second time, but being there as a team, going through that journey, it's not a pressure you normally feel. You feel through school you feel pressure, but it's a different sort of pressure, and it's exciting pressure, and you want to go out there and perform, and I think that's what kind of keeps you going. You need the pressure. So now I'm still playing for Edinburgh Harlequins and under-18s. That's led me to go to under-18 Scotland Futures, so that's taking a lot of my time right now. Loads of training through the week, and I'm in the Christopher and Cougars senior women's team, which is even progressed me more. It's if I didn't go there, I don't think I would have progressed so much this year. Even through last year, through the bit of lockdown, that's what kept me going and kept me progressing more. Within school, it's more the sport of rugby is really wholesome, and you don't it's full of respect. For your teammates, for the referee, for your coach, you don't say no, you just accept it, and I think that's what you kind of need in school. You got to accept what's coming, and if you do something wrong, there's going to be consequences for it, and I think that's taught me a lot of life lessons.